Um, Today is gonna be my Raw and Smackdown review. Um, just so you guys know, my rumors video. There might not be a whole lot of rumors, but it might be a long video. I'm not gonna go into a whole lot. There's just a few comments that I feel like are very appropriate for what happened this week, and yeah. So but on to the Raw and SmackDown review because, in my opinion, the women have been killing it these last few months. Um, Raw. Start off with Raw. Um, Before the show starts, the Riot Squad does an interview, and Ruby says Baron just informed her it's going to be a 6-woman tag with the Bellas and Natty against them. She doesn't know if Byron is trying to protect Bree from her, or if Natty cried because of what happened of what they did to her last week. But it doesn't matter if the Bellas have Ronda or Natty or the whole Bella Army by their side. They are the future. The Bellas and Natty are the past, and they're gonna learn why the Riot Squad runs this division now. Really good promo. Well, not promo, but interview. But she did really good in it. And Liv's facial expressions had me cracking up the whole damn time. Bella Twins versus Natty. Bella Twins and Natty versus the Riot Squad is up next. I'm not about to say Bree should get fired or should kill herself or her daughter should be fucking raped like some of these other assholes are saying. In my opinion, Bree needs to work on her timing and speed, and Liv needs to work on her positioning. But I hope that Liv is okay, and I think she will be fine. And I'm going to read a tweet from someone in the actual wrestling business that knows what the hell they're talking about, other than a smart online that pretends they know what they're talking about simply because they listen to someone that has a fucking podcast. Oh, here it is. All right, let me read the tweet to you guys. What fans, and she put fans in caps, need to realize is she put caps as that well, business of professional wrestling, not your business, by the way. Accidents happen. Quit being so quick to crucify someone because of a mistake in a match in the heat of the moment. Bet if you went back to just being a fan, you would be less stressed. Which, by the way, I say that all the time. Just so you guys know, Jessica Havoc tweeted this. Jessica Havoc, someone that's never been in WWE, never worked with Brie Bella, stuck up for her because fans wanted to crucify her for something that was clearly an accident. She clearly led Liv over to her side, told the ref, and Liv insisted on coming back. So once Brie realized that she was hurt, she led her over there, told the ref, told the Riot Squad, and she did her part, in my opinion. So, here's the tweet. You guys see it? Yeah? You guys see it? And multiple other wrestlers that have and haven't worked with Brie, and multiple people in the actual wrestling business that aren't just fans online, have told people to quit coming after her when you don't have that same energy for your fave. But I'm just gonna leave that right there. I'm not gonna go on about it for much longer because in all honesty I can go on a whole fucking rant. But I just hope the next time their fave or indie darling does the botch, they keep that same fucking energy. And that's all I'm gonna say on it. Now, moving on to the match. The Bellas and Natty got big pops. Natty and Liv work really well together. I definitely want to see a singles match between them. Nikki did great in this match. I loved her bringing back some of her 2009 and 2014 moves, like the flying hair snapmare, which is like where she grabs her by her hair and then throws her and does a snapmare. I fucking love that move. Always have. And the hammerlock slam when she picked Liv up and slammed her onto her knee. Love that move as well. She did that a lot in 2014 and 15. Brie did good. You can tell she's getting more comfortable and she's shaking off her nerves. There was a Brie Mo chant when she and Ruby first tied up, so the crowds clearly are still very invested in what the Bellas do. To the idiots that try to say the Bellas aren't over, despite the fact that they're probably the only women on Raw that can get a reaction, not only for their entrance, but throughout their match as well. Like the Let's Go Nikki chant with her match against Ruby, and just them doing a simple this can get a pop. So it's like, stop trying to use your dislike for the Bellas as a reason to say, oh, they're not over, the crowd doesn't care. You don't care. The crowd cares. They get some of the biggest pops of the Raw women. Like, they're over. Get the fuck over it. Loved seeing the triple suplex plot. We haven't seen that in a while when it comes to the women. Liv also insisted on being in that spot, apparently, which I think probably was a mistake on her part, and I don't know what the hell happened with that, but Liv's a warrior. I gotta give it up to her. She was like, I'm gonna do this fucking spot. So hey, that's the heart of being a wrestler, you know? Even when you get hurt, you want to keep going on. We've seen that multiple times. When John broke his nose, he kept the match. When Nikki had multiple injuries, when Nikki had multiple injuries during her titles run, she kept going. You know, it's not unheard of. It's just the heart of a warrior. It's the heart of a wrestler. So much respect to Liv for that. I was really impressed with Ruby though. I'm finally getting into her, and I hope that she's Ronda's first feud after Evolution. She definitely got my attention with her in-ring work tonight. Ruby hits the Riot Kick and pins Natty, and the Riot Squad wins. Even though they looked good in ring-wise and promo-wise against the Bellas, since being paired with them, they definitely needed this win, and the addition to Natty make perfect sense because it's a continuation of what they did to her last week, and a continuation of showing that the Bellas and Natty are friends with Ronda and they have each other's back. So it all makes sense. It wasn't just a throwaway or something random. Nia and Alicia was a really good match. These two always work well together. I loved Ember's cannonball to Mickey from the apron on the outside. Nia wins with, I think, a Samoa drop. Nia and Ember do an interview about their friendship. Nia says she's worked with her in NXT and she respects her work. So when she came up, she felt what better partner than Ember Moon. Ember said Nia is the irresistible force who so dominant, so she couldn't ask for a better friend on the main roster and a better partner. Ronda with the Bellas versus Ruby with Sarah and Liv is announced for next week. I cannot wait for that fucking match. I seriously can't. That match is going to be freaking awesome. So, yeah, good night for Raw women other than Liv's little thing. But, you know, it happens. I'm sure that she will be fine. I'm sure she'll be okay. So yeah. Smackdown women's segments. Before the show starts, Naomi is backstage and Asuka walks up and she calls Naomi beautiful. Then they talk about her bundles and if Asuka can help her dye them, which is super, super cute. I love that they're doing this stuff with Asuka and Naomi. Sonya and Mandy walk up laughing and they start teasing about hair. Mandy touches Naomi's hair and Asuka grabs her arms and screams, "Don't touch her hair." Asuka curses under her breath in Japanese, and Naomi translates it to her saying she's gonna snatch them bald. Sonya walks up saying she wants to see them try, and Naomi says, "Back up." Naomi says, "Why don't you put your hair up and screw up tonight because they aren't ready for the Empress or the glow." So it's gonna be Sonya and Mandy versus Asuka and Naomi. That segment was so freaking cute. Like, honestly, Asuka saying bundles is just, she's so precious. It's just, God. I love that WWE is letting her show her personality. And I love that now that she doesn't have the streak anymore, she's allowed to be much more than just, oh, she's the one with the streak. You know? Like, she was always really talented, but because I'm finally able to see her personality show more, I'm getting into her more. And personality really helps me get into a character more than them just being great wrestlers. So I'm happy with this pairing. It's very cute, and it works out really well. Like just the entrance is awesome to me. Just like Naomi on the ground dancing with Asuka. It's just so freaking funny. I love it. Um, a video is shown earlier today of Charlotte doing a photo shoot and Becky attacked her. Afterwards, she stands over a beaten Charlotte with her title held high, saying, "Take the champ's picture." This segment reminded me of when Maurice did it to Eve, headed into their Over the Limit 2010 Divas Championship match, which was great. So yeah, WWE paying homage to the Divas era. Go ahead, WWE. You're finally not trying to fucking erase that era. Thank you. Um, Naomi and Asuka versus Sonya and Mandy. I love Naomi's gear. It's so cute. I like the yellow and pink, the way that it's blended. It's just a really good look on her. Great job, Sandra. The Iconics are on commentary for this match. Great match. I liked Naomi's springboard uh Enzayuri. I love Naomi and Asuka as a tag team. It's letting Asuka show her personality more. Asuka pinned Sonya after Naomi's springboard Enzayuri and a double kick to the head, which with Naomi, which I loved, and Naomi and Asuka win. Becky and Lana will happen tonight after Becky gave Lana grief about Milwaukee and her not being good enough to be in the women's division. Becky versus Lana is next. Decent match. Lana looked really, really good. Becky didn't have to carry her. She held her own, so that was really good. Becky won with the Beck Exploder and then the Disarmer. And Becky versus Charlotte was announced for the Super Showdown. So I'm not sure if the 6-woman tag match is still gonna happen. I guess we will see on Monday. But for right now, we have the 6-woman tag. We have the 6-woman tag. The tag team, the regular tag team match, and the women's Smackdown match. So I mean the women's championship match. So yeah. Um. So yeah. Um. I'm excited for next week. Paige sent out a tweet saying there's gonna be some changes, some real changes, and she hashtag evolution. So hopefully it's women tag titles. But yeah, I feel like it's been a good week for the women. So I will definitely get more into that in my video on Friday. But yeah, this was a good Raw and SmackDown for me. So see you guys later. Bye. I will see you guys in the Mae Young Classic review.